Hello nation, and welcome back to the homestead. Well, we finally took that leap. We finally jumped off the cliff.
You did. You had me like.
Oh yeah, I twisted your arm.
Just a little bit.
And so we bought the All-American Sun Oven.
Yep.
So it's kind of like another step towards off the grid, but I think it's also cool that we get to kind of fan the fire that's underneath Carol right now, because Carol's very trying to lead us down a path of being more eco-friendly and stuff like that. And so this is a step in that direction as well.
And it also helps with the electric bill and the gas bill.
Oh yeah,
so,
that puts me in a really good mood.
Well, and I figure if I'm going to be out here baking in the sun, that's hot enough for me. Certainly.
Might as well make a chicken bake too.
Certainly make the chicken bake or a potato bake or something. So, let's see what we got. Oh. I'm telling you, that thing keeps getting me.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
You get rid of the big box.
Got rid of the big box. This thing is just about already set up.
Pretty much is. About, whoa.
I'm telling you. And that's even got the filters. We still have to take the film off of these.
Whew. All I'm seeing is purple spots.
Okay, we got it open, got everything out. We found what we thought was the manual. But really all it is a postcard that says go to the website and get the manual. So we did that. It's a little inconvenient.
Well, I mean, it's also disappointing because if you order this and you live in an area 4 miles down the road from us, you don't really have great internet. So it's one of those. I know everybody expects everybody to have internet and access to internet, but if you're taking this on a missions trip with you for the very first time and you didn't open up the box or you had it ordered and sent there, if you're on a missions trip and you're in a country that doesn't have any internet access, that is a huge hiccup that
well, in an off-grid situation.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I mean, so far in my opinion, that's a big negative when it comes to this, but we got it, so let's move forward.
Okay, so I'm one that would have thought to just open this up and we could start cooking.
Yeah.
We noticed it had some film on it, so we knew we were going to have to take that off, which prompted Jason to ask for the instructions. Good thing we did look, because you have to do a pre-cleaning on this before you start cooking. So what it says on the manual is that we're going to have to take the film off.
Okay.
And then after we take the film off, we need to close this glass door, turn both latches. These guys right here, I think.
Yep.
Well,
latches.
Yeah. So we'll turn both of those latches closed, and we're going to let it heat up. But we have to position it
in the sun.
Towards the sun.
Okay. So let's go ahead and close the latches.
Okay. They're kind of hard to turn. You gotta.
All right, so the film is off. What was the next step?
We have to position it towards the sun.
Just in the time that because there's a temperature, there's a thermostat in here. Just in the time that it has taken us to take the film off without being able to secure this down.
And it not being in direct sunlight.
It's already at 100 degrees.
Almost 100, yeah.
What?
Go ahead. So I'm looking at this. I was a little apprehensive about undoing this, but if you actually look at the gray seal, once you've tightened this back up a little bit, you can see
that it smashes down.
Where it's smashed down, and it's sealed in.
Okay, so let's pull this back out.
Ooh. That sun is rough.
Like such, I assume. And then we'll be back in 20 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes.
So it's been about 20-25 minutes. Our temperature is amazingly over 300. It's like 302, 303. I'm starting to get excited like a schoolgirl here.
Well, and I don't think it takes too much less than that to preheat your, like you have to preheat your oven. It takes, 10 minutes or so. So yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but not much.
At like 5 to 10 minutes, we were already above 150.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next step is we got like 2 or 3 drops of dish soap in here. There's a little bit more than 2 or 3. 2 cups of water. We're going to put that in there like that. Boom. And then we got to put this inside of here, adjust it, and then wait, how long?
90 to 120 minutes.
Well, all of that has to evaporate, right?
No, because it's supposed to heat that water up, and then we're going to go in and wash everything out. We have to rinse that black area.
That water is probably going to boil.
Okay. I'm good with that.
That's
Some of the steam is supposed to get on it, and then you're supposed to use whatever's left in there to wash around the side. And we're going to have to make sure that we're careful, because I imagine that black in there, we have to treat this. So that's the thing, is we have to treat this as if it's an oven. Because you wouldn't just go put your hand inside a 350 oven and start washing it without being careful. So if it's 350 degrees in there, we need to treat it as if it's a regular oven.
Good safety point.
Yeah.
Good safety point.
I mean, because I'm looking at it like this is wood, and I'm
thinking I would have never.
No.
I would have just dove right in.
Well, I mean, you put your hand right in there. So yeah. So 90 minutes, and we'll come back.
Okay, so it's been what, like 90?
120 minutes.
120 minutes.
Because we had to have lunch.
Yeah, we had to eat. Now, we've had to turn this thing as the sun is going, but man, you can see the condensation in there. So now it's time to come in here and wipe it down.
Open it up and clean it out. Ooh. It went down though, and I think that's...
This is hot.
You can see the steam.
Alright, so it's good and clean now.
Now we can cook in it once it comes back up to temperature.
What do you want to cook?
I don't know, maybe something simple like a baked potato.
Yeah, let's do a baked potato first.
But I am noticing something. The way the sun travels for us, I think we're going to end up in some shade over here. So we may have to move the table.
Yeah, we'll have to move it over there by where the car is.
So that the tree doesn't obscure the view. But we'll come out here every 30 minutes, like they say, come look every 30 minutes and adjust it. So if we start to notice that comes this way, then we'll move it if we have to.
All right, so we're going to bake a potato. Okay, so we got it cleaned. We let it come back up to temperature. Now we had to move it over. We had to move it over here.
Just like I said, because there's nothing but shade over there now.
Nothing but shade over there now. So now we're going to put this rack in there because there's 2 little bolts
that stick out.
That we're going to hook that onto. And then we're going to put the potatoes on there. And we'll come back every 30 minutes and adjust. And then it should be done in probably about an hour.
An hour, I would think.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday we just ran out of daylight when it came to the potatoes. Plus, we also learned that on these white
the
handles, there's an indicator in there that lets you know when you're exactly in line with the sun.
Yeah.
And so
that made a huge difference, because before I don't think we were directly facing it. I think we were close. I don't think we were directly facing it. I noticed today when we got it set up using that, it got preheated so fast, like 15-20 minutes we were already up to almost 300.
Yeah. So with that new information, we've become a little bit more confident, and we said, potatoes. Let's make some bread.
Let's make some bread.
And so we got 2 loaves of the sourdough bread, and Ladessa actually wrote in sun oven in the bread, on across the top. Now, one of the things that Robin read was that to basically take a pastry dish and paint water on top of it, so that way it'll turn that golden brown as it cooks in the oven.
I'm assuming that's a science thing. I'm assuming the water is going to refract, you know, the sunlight and make it brown. So
Maybe.
we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so now we got everything all lined up. The bread is in there. We're going to come back in 30 minutes to adjust the sun oven. And then with what, an hour?
I think 45 minutes to an hour, we should be good to go.
We should be good to go. So we'll see you back then. Okay, so it's been about an hour. So it's time.
I can smell it.
Time to take out the bread. Yeah, I can smell it too. And I'm not eating bread right now. So
Neither am I. So it's kind of tough. Look at the heat coming off of that. I got it. Oh, look at the heat coming off of the...
I ain't got to look at it. I felt it.
All right, you want me to grab them?
Yeah. Just gave me a 40-degree burn on the face.
Yep, nothing come out. So it's done.
All right, so there you go. We baked bread via the sun. What's up?
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
And there was no heat in the house.
No heat in the house.
Didn't have to like compensate for that.
Didn't make my gas bill or electric bill go up.
No, and it really, for what we were doing, there was no extra time either because it's 300 was the temperature you're supposed to bake the bread at anyway. So there really was no added time either. And I think that's what we ran into with the potatoes is in our brains, conventional oven, you know, it would have been about an hour. But we were really struggling just to keep it at 250.
Yeah.
Once we found these indicators, that was...
Yeah, all bets were off.
Yeah.
So some of the things that we learned from this adventure was the first time with the sun oven. The cleaning process. So
Yes.
if you order one of these, and the Amazon link will be in the description below. So if you order one of these, go ahead and as soon as it comes in, go ahead and pull your manual up on your smartphone. Or
I don't even think you need to be like, because I think it's on the website. I didn't have to log in anywhere.
Okay.
So really, if you're planning on buying one, go ahead and look at that before it even gets here so that you're aware.
Make yourself some notes of the steps and stuff that you got to do.
And I will say, don't just look at the pre-cleaning or the pre-cooking instructions. Also look at the tutorial. And when I say tutorial, I think video. It was not a video. It is a PDF file. So look at it, read it all the way through. That's where I found the stuff about the indicators and also about the bread, putting a little bit of water on the top of the bread so it would turn brown. So you can look at both of those things.
Yeah. So the only thing that we really didn't like about it was that it didn't come. Didn't come with a manual. We weren't prepared for that. Overall, I think the entire family got involved with this. I think we all had I think everybody in the house was having fun and was kind of schoolgirl giddy about it.
Well, to the point where at lunch today, we had it all set up and it was preheated and we were getting up to 350 as far as the temperature. And I was so excited about it. You're like, what's for lunch? I was like, it was brats for lunch. And he's like, let's cook them in the sun oven. So that's the excitement right now, is being able to harvest. Now, the thing that I would like to see is once it starts to get colder, they say that you can still cook. Even when it's cold outside, you can still use the sun to be able to cook. So
well, we're going to be doing that. So be looking for that video, December, January time frame. And we'll come out here again and try to break some more bread in, because January, February is usually our coldest months here. And so we'll see if we can bake some bread when it's cold outside.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hey, check out this video that's coming up right now to just continue on having fun with us here on the homestead. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead.
God bless.
And have a nice day.